Morning, everybody. So we're going to continue our unit on the Age of Exploration. If you remember last time, we looked at the effect it had on people who lived in Africa, namely the Atlantic slave trade, and you saw, the statistics from that as well as the effects of that. So today we're going to look at the effect it had on the people, some of the people that lived in the New World, namely the Aztecs and the Incas. So under 423-2020, click here, and here's what you're going to do. So you are going to first explore, and again, I've told you this many, many times, but just as a reminder, on these here, you're going to want to zoom in by clicking on this magnifying glass here. I'd like to go 50 or 100%. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to start with reading about the Aztec Empire, okay? You're going to read about Tenochtitlan, which was the capital city of the Aztecs. It's modern-day Mexico City now. You also read about Hernan Cortez, who was the Spanish explorer who conquered the Aztecs, as well as read about Montezuma, who was the leader of the Aztecs at the time of the Spanish coming in. The Aztec Empire, take a look at the images. You can see the Aztec Empire was in modern-day southern Mexico and Guatemala. From there, you will read about the Inca. Okay. This first slide is all about the Inca. They were a pretty amazing civilization, so read up about them. They had an extensive highway system, not the highways we think of today, but highways that messengers would run on foot to send packages, send letters, etc. Talks a little bit about how their society was broken down, who was at the top, who was at the bottom. And then finally, it talks about how much gold and silver they had, which, of course, the Spanish loved. The Inca Empire was in South America and modern-day Chile and Peru, as you can see here. All right, and then finally, on this third slide, you're going to read about the two big names when we think of Spanish conquest of the Inca Empire. Francisco Pizarro, who was a Spanish explorer, not a very nice guy, and you'll read all about why. And then Atahualpa, which is how you pronounce it. He was the leader of the Inca Empire at the time of their demise when Francisco Pizarro came in and took over. All right, once you're done with that, you're going to do a couple of activities. The first activity is you are going to do a word sort, which is a fancy way of saying you're going to match these definitions with these key terms. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to click on the term. All right, so Quetzalcoatl. He was an Aztec god. You would drag that here. Okay. Cajamarca, what was that? It was a city. Inca City. I can't find it, but you get the idea. You would drag that, wherever you think it goes. All right, so that's how you do that. The next slide, you're going to be comparing and contrasting the Spanish conquest of the Inca and the Spanish conquest of the Aztecs. So again, you're going to drag and drop the descriptions where you think they go. So if you think they brought few soldiers goes to Cortez, you would drag that in there. And then you're going to drag the term, another one to maybe Pizarro. And then you see this both here. And so this is almost like a Venn diagram. You're going to drag the term that you think applies to both the Aztecs and the Incas, or Hernan Cortez and Pizarro, and drag them into both column. All right, and then finally, the last part of this, you're going to just answer a quick wrap-up question, and you can see what the wrap-up question is here. I just want you to compare and contrast the Inca and Aztec conquest. How were they similar? How were they different? Okay, as always, I am available for live help from 9 to 10. You can find that under our classroom resources page. Just go to Google Hangout link, click on it, and I'll be waiting there for any help you may need. All right, have a great day, guys.